Hi, Slumber Party listeners. It's your host, Tim Murray, wanting to remind you to make sure you're subscribed to this channel so you can stay up to date on all of these interviews. Also, make sure you subscribe to iHeart Radio Broadway Network. I do all sorts of bonus episodes there that aren't available on YouTube. And make sure you're subscribed to my Patreon because you can get extra interviews with these guests, extra interviews with Jessica Bosk, Ben Fankhauser, Andrew Keenan Bolger, and so many more people. Enjoy today's interview. Thanks for watching.
Hello, my queefy little Slumber Party listeners. It's your host, Tim Murray, and you're listening to the podcast where I interview drag queens, comedians, and Broadway stars about their slumber party experiences growing up. And today we have just two of the best, just two of the funniest. I've been loving their podcast. I've been taking a lot of long drives lately, and they've been accompanying me. They're the co-hosts of Sloppy Seconds Pod. Please welcome to the stage Meatball and Big Dipper.
Hello.
Hello. I knew it was going to make a noise, so I figured that would be the most appropriate time to crack a LaCroix.
That is such a satisfying noise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, but it's passion fruit, so it's not very good.
I do not.
I love passion fruit. I love passion fruit. I also have a bone to pick. What kind are you drinking, Tim?
Tangerine all the way, baby. Tangerine.
Oh,
Tangerine
yeah.
is good.
Tangerine's good. Tangerine's good.
I have a bone to pick with Meatball, who told me that the limoncello flavor was lovely. It
is.
tastes like detergent. It
Maybe
tastes like
you just
Tide
don't have
Pods.
No, you're whack, Meatball. The
Okay, so let me guess.
is
You both hate the
disgusting.
coconut water.
Yeah. Do you- yes.
We do.
Yeah.
We do
I hate
the
coconut. The coconut.
The coconut.
Anyway, I bet you both hate the coconut one as well.
Yeah, we ate the coconut one. We've said it. You want to ask us again?
No, I just couldn't hear you because, again, I froze.
The coconut one is garbage. What is it? What ones do you like, Dipper?
Peach pear is a good one that I enjoy.
Oh, that's a rare good one. Yeah.
It's a rare good one. I love the passion fruit. I love mango.
Ugh,
And yeah, and key lime, honey. Key lime is where it's at.
Key lime is a delicious treat. Regular lime? No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
It's like an imitation Sprite.
Yeah. It feels like I'm just drinking watered down Sprite. Yeah, I'm not interested in that. Wait, you say LaCroix, Meatball? What do you say, Dipper?
LaCroix, the way it's meant to be said.
Yeah, I say LaCroix.
I'd like to have a word with Dr. LaCroix.
You
about that.
should.
Let's see
It's
what
a
they
really
said.
Say
simple.
that. I have Dr. LaCroix on the line.
on the phone.
Oh my goodness.
Is this-
In. He's calling in right now.
Okay.
Is this more scripted character work of yours? Tim? Go ahead.
Oh my God. We're not going to drag him from the top.
No.
Please drag me
Listen,
from the
I'll
top.
tell you about why it is actually pronounced LaCroix, because it was initially, even though it's run out of a company now, which is like one of the largest American beverage distribution companies. It's like their headquarters is based in Florida.
Ugh.
LaCroix was actually started in Wisconsin, very near the LaCroix River, and it's not a French term, but it's a Native American name that was bastardized by the French and then by the English. So renamed LaCroix, but spelled with the X like French, but then pronounced LaCroix, like LaCroix River in LaCroix, Wisconsin.
Was that scripted character work of
Wow.
like a boring professor?
Wow. Well, happy to log off from your podcast. I do have
Happy
work
Pride.
to do.
Happy Pride.
I mean, no, I'm just kidding. That is very fascinating. I did not know that about LaCroix, but I did
Yeah,
know
diva.
it's pronounced LaCroix. Wait, but I have a bone to pick with both of you.
What did we do?
In the Heights movie.
Oh,
It's
you
bad.
loved it?
I
Oh,
loved it.
no.
You guys
What did you
hated it?
love
Wow.
about
What
it?
about it was so good?
I thought it was. I didn't love the Broadway show, so I thought it was like a much better version of the Broadway show. I thought it was like more exciting to watch, and I thought the story was clearer. And they cut like the 18 songs from the Broadway show that you're like, not this song. So
Yeah,
no,
but
Oh,
I
well, I have
feel
no
like-
frame of reference.
I feel like they could have cut more then because it was
yeah,
still
we
too
both
long.
think there needed just like 6 good songs in there.
Like, yeah,
yeah, that's fair.
I needed it like a Disney movie. Maybe
The like
10
Welcome to the
10
Neighborhood,
songs.
the like We're in Love, the 96,000, the Throw It Back, the Grandma song, like a Reinvigorate, and then the finale. That's all you really need.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Because
agree with that.
honestly, to be quite clear, that movie was about nothing. The movie is about
It's
like,
not about
nothing.
nothing.
Like they keep okay, so there's a countdown to like the power outage, and then it happens, and you're like, oh, so they're just living like normal.
I
But
didn't
now it's
understand
hot.
the countdown.
Like I
to the
didn't
power
quite
outage.
get why we were counting down to them being like, girl, it's hot in Washington Heights. It's like, yes, it is hot. It is summer. It's
Summer.
hot in LA. Like I don't understand. I don't feel the heat. I didn't believe that they were sweaty. I didn't believe that if they were that hot that they would be dancing outside
Do you remember
in
Cisco
long
Weaver?
sleeves.
Oh
And
yeah,
long
Two thumbs up or
sleeves
two thumbs down.
outside.
Yeah,
Long
maybe
sleeves? What
Meatball
the
should
hell?
just have a movie review show.
They'd all be 2
Ooh.
thumbs down.
Yeah,
Everyone,
like
how
movies.
about Cruella? 2 thumbs up or 2 thumbs down
Didn't
from both
watch
of you?
it.
didn't see it.
Didn't watch it.
If it's not on HBO Max, I'm not looking at it.
Yeah. Also, did you have to pay $30 to watch it? Because I'm not doing that. We're in
yeah,
a
I don't
pandemic.
do that.
No,
I
was not
wouldn't have
gonna
to pay
sit in
$30 to
my
go watch it in
house.
a theater.
I went to a theater because I just miss going to the movies. Like I miss eating popcorn and
Oh.
candy, and it was very fun to go to the theater. But the movie, mama,
Everyone said it was
movie-
amazing.
Everyone's been saying this, so I think I had that in my ears as well. People being like, "It's so good," and then I was like, "What is everyone raving about?" The fashion is really fun, and it's very gay, so that was cool to see. But then, like, it, I don't know. It's just like it doesn't make any sense. It's like the way that not to bring it to this,
Wow.
but we always
Okay.
do.
Do
The way
it.
that Wicked is so perfect.
Work. Right.
Perfect show.
You knew I was going there, Dipper.
Yeah.
It's like they did such a good job of doing the backstory of that situation and like what you're like, oh wow, as I'm watching this, I get why she would be like this, and they make her
Yeah.
very likable. At the end of Cruella, I still don't know why she like wanted to skin 101 puppies. Like
Is
she
it
was
because a
dancing-
bunch of puppies pushed their parents off a cliff?
well, they do that,
Spoiler?
but then they do that, but
Spoiler?
then by the end of the but then she has like puppies throughout the whole movie. She like loves dogs, and they never.
Oh, because she's dancing through life.
Dancing through life. Well, here's another thing. I heard she didn't smoke in it. Yeah. Also, why couldn't she just be evil? Why couldn't that movie have been about her like being evil? Like I haven't seen it, so but I'm going based off of what I've read. Why couldn't she just be evil and smoke cigarettes and hate dogs and like that be her life mission and like try to take down everyone in around her? Like sometimes watching evil people is fun.
They made it less fun. It was like, don't make Cruella less fun to me.
Yeah.
Oh, she's like good at fashion and like and we feel bad for her because Emma Thompson is mean to her. And then it's like that weird thing where like, well, now do we need to watch Emma Thompson as the villain in Cruella? So it's like, well, now should there be a villain backstory for Emma Thompson's character? Like, are we just like
I'll
stuck in
see
a
every
loop?
single person's backstory film. I think that is a good-
What?
Every single one,
No.
Dipper? Okay, what
Yeah,
about
I'm ready.
Dr. Dillerman's backstory? You want to watch that?
Dr. Dillerman.
You
Who's
know what?
that?
It's gonna be bad. Now
Just kidding.
villains that I would be interested in seeing their backstory.
Go off.
Ursula,
Yeah.
Okay.
Little Mermaid.
that-
Why is she evil? Because men were mean to her, so she turned into a drag queen dyke.
They actually did a musical version of that. It's called in Edinburgh. I saw it. The same company that was same producer. Her name's Laura Elms. She produced the Voldemort musical parody that we did. She also
Brag.
produced brag, full brag. She also did. I feel like you're mad at me for giving you that professor dig. And
No, I have a thick skin. I'm fine. I'm just pointing out details and grammatical errors. Keep going.
Oh no!
I'm
You know what?
joking.
I've done a podcast with Dipper before where he wanted out. Not that this is his attitude, but you could tell. And he was real bitchy the whole time, and then was like, "I gotta go," and just logged out and left me to finish.
I did
You
do
left
that.
in the middle of the pod. It was
Yeah,
Not in the
well, not in the
middle. I
middle. It
left
was
at
like-
the
it was
time
running
that
kinda
we
long.
said
Yeah.
it would be.
Oh,
And
that's fair.
unfortunately, and listen, Meatball, did that or did that not happen to us recently when we had someone and we asked them a question and they responded with, "Well, I've only got a
Well, I've
minute
only
left."
got 1
So
minute left. They clocked out.
they looked at their phone and said, so
But you know what? Their publicist was in the interview, and I
listening
think
the
that
whole
maybe
time.
she
was
sent
texting
him a
him.
message being like,
Said,
"All right,
get away
get
from these
out.
people."
These people are crazy." But back to what you were saying, the Ursula backstory.
I want to bring up something different.
But can I
Okay,
just
go on.
hear? Okay.
Pictures from the Little Mermaid movie have emerged.
Oh!
Wait, I have not
Did you
seen
see
that.
them?
No, I'm
They're
gonna
like
look right now.
paparazzi photos from the like from a boat of Hallie doing the like she's like on the shore doing the like wrapped up in a burlap sack aerial dress. Do you see them?
Oh my god, yeah.
And then there's like I think there's like a picture
No,
of her
I
and the
don't.
actor playing Eric like canoodling like in between takes to like build their chemistry.
Okay,
I
this
feel
is
like
very
it's
exciting.
gonna be like Pirates of the Caribbean vibe in quality.
Oh my god, she's so pretty.
Isn't she pretty?
I could definitely get down with the Pirates of the Caribbean vibe. Wait, I thought I was seeing it, and now it's just like not loading for me. This is so depressing.
Pop
Oh,
sugar hat.
do you think
Oh.
Disney grabbed him?
No, there's a full slideshow. Okay, so she's in the back of a thing. She's in
Yeah.
You describe what you're
A
looking at.
cart. You have to say
Okay.
the words.
She's in the back of a cart covered in burlap sack. Now I'm looking at her in a blue wetsuit. I think this is maybe behind the scenes stuff, and a big floppy hat. I think that's okay. She's still in the blue wetsuit, but she has a fin on. Ew, it's gray.
Maybe
That's
they're gonna
it.
add the
It's they're rehearsing. This is a
translucent-
rehearsal.
got it.
It's a rehearsal. 'cause they're
Okay,
very
I'm
close.
seeing the burlap sack in the crate. She's so
Also, good for Disney. There's some other Black people in this movie besides her.
Oh, that's good.
You know what I think is wild? Come with
What?
me on this journey. This could all be staged.
Do you imagine?
Because she's not in the costumes.
Right. So like or this could be the film, but they could have, in my mind, I just said I was like paparazzi on a boat pulling up to the island where they're shooting, like snapping photos because they have to be like on location. It's like Disney could have leaked these photos. I never think of, I do think about that, but I initially am always just the gullible person like, wow, I can't believe they got these paparazzi photos. And it's like, oh, this could be the beginning of their marketing campaign.
I always never believe what I see. I'm always like, there's something. Even when like
Okay,
couples, I
talking
never
about
believe
people
what I
that
see.
we shouldn't believe what we see.
She's not really flying.
Benifer again.
You think it's fake?
I think it's
I
fake,
always
fake,
think those
fake,
things are
fake, fake.
Fake.
Because I
Publicity.
thought that him and Anna,
Gas tire.
no, but she was at Alphaba once, and not
Sure,
a very good one.
Meatball.
She doesn't. We've had this conversation. She doesn't have the range. Okay,
I'm serious. Okay, go on.
Anna, whatever her name was from Knives Out. I thought that whole relationship
Kendrick.
was fake. No, but Anna Kendrick wants to be Alphaba. Thoughts?
Wait,
Bad.
who are you talking about from Knives Out?
The
She
young
was
girl
the
from Knives Out?
young girl from Knives Out. She's
Oh, you mean Jamie Lee Curtis,
yes, the youngest of the cast.
the youngest of the cast. Jamie
Ana
Lee Curtis.
de Armas.
Ana de Armas. I thought that her
Oh.
relationship with Ben Affleck was fake because it was like it all happened during COVID, and it was just like a super long relationship for COVID, and then
I always
they
think
recently
those-
broke up, and now
You just called her the young one. She's 33.
she's the youngest person in that cast.
Okay.
Well, actually, there was the daughter might have been younger than her.
Okay.
I always think those things are such a fraud because we know people that are like that have done that. We know like gay people that have like gotten a publicist and like have a fake relationship online. So
Who
Wait,
is the we? I want to
Who's the
know.
we?
who.
I don't know who this is.
Colton
Name
Underwood?
names.
the whole
He's in Mexico.
influencer thing, the whole like Kyle Krieger and Max Emerson, they were never dating. It was like
What?
Who are those
No.
people? Those names sound familiar to me.
they're like
Mm,
gay shirtless
they're-
influencers.
Yeah,
But, like-
like once a year he gets in trouble for taking his shirt off and like holding
Is
up
it
a
the
sign
black
that
guy,
says like
Brian?
Black Lives Matter or something, and then they're like, "Why are you
Oh,
using your body for this?" And then Kyle Krieger was like just some guy who cut hair, and then they were. I guess I didn't realize that relationship was fake.
Maybe I'm outing that.
Good.
We love
Out it.
outing.
Listen, and if you don't put it in, we'll talk about it on our podcast. I'll do a full
Wait, no,
deep
but
dive.
here's a question, Tim.
Timothy?
Popcorn really at the movie theater?
Is
You
that
don't
what you're
like
gonna
popcorn
die?
at the
Is
movie
that the hill you're
theater?
gonna die on? Stale popcorn?
You don't like popcorn at the movie theater?
I feel like I've only ever had it when it's free. Like I used to get invited to screenings at the ArcLight when it was open, and they always had like a table full of like medium bags of popcorn that I would grab, but I've never purchased popcorn at the movie theater.
Oh, it's my go-to.
Wait, you're buying pre-made popcorn?
I just said I've never purchased popcorn at
like
the movie theater.
he gets it when it's free, when they hand it out for free.
When they hand it out, when they're like, grab
Oh.
a soda, grab a popcorn.
To me, it's like the great
To me?
American tradition. To me, it's just
I like
like,
popcorn in general. I just feel weird eating it in a movie theater.
oh, I chomp it all down. That's why I go to the movie theater. I just want to be like shoving popcorn and Reese's Pieces and a BFDC, a big fucking Diet Coke, right in my mouth. I say that when I walk up, I'll say I take a BFDC, and they know me. They know what I want.
exactly
Is it
what
biff-
you want.
biffity boppity? Woo.
Wait, okay, but back to In the Heights.
Oh,
Okay,
sure.
I appreciate everything that you're saying because that is all very true. And I thought that when I saw the Broadway show, I was like, oh, so the whole conflict of this whole 2.5 hour thing is that she danced with somebody else at the club, and he's like a little mad.
Oh, was that a bigger conflict on the in the
Not-
musical?
I mean, not. It's like at the end of Act 1, so it is the version of Elphaba flying and defying gravity. So you're like, okay, I guess, but like not much. There's not much conflict in the show at all. Like not much
Yeah.
happens really.
Yeah.
Well, that's the idea, right? That it's like, hey, this
just a
is a
day in a life.
snapshot into Washington Heights.
That's true. Yeah, it's like a slice of life piece, and I do think it does. I think it's really cool that like they're representing a whole culture that's like so rarely seen. I can think of very few
Like old lesbians.
we
I
need
don't
more
think
old
that they were
lesbians.
lesbians.
They absolutely were.
Who
Were
were
those,
lesbians?
was Dasha and that's her name in real life. And
Oh,
Yeah, Dasha
Stephanie-
Blanco, but no, her name was Kuka in the film. We're talking about Carla and Daniela from the nail
He's
or from
convinced
the
that
hair
they're-
salon.
that they were lesbians. I don't see it.
I don't see
It's-
that either.
There are articles written about it.
Oh,
Carla
really?
and Daniela
This is
married
not a Google
in the
podcast.
Heights.
Listen,
It
I don't
is.
think that they were a couple. And if they were, then they weren't leaning into it hard enough.
When they
were
adapted
they
In
were
the Heights
queer
to a
baiting.
film, they
When
made
they were
one
queer
small
baited, you
change to
mean
the
they queer
relationship
baited the whole
between
thing so
Carla
that
and
we would think
Daniela
by
that makes
just
a
looking
big
at 'em?
difference.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you were saying. I was screaming.
Me neither, but I'm reading an article right now, so please be quiet while I read and let you know that this is true.
Okay, but
It's
like what I was
true.
saying, if it's true, then they didn't go far enough to make that relationship out front. They went just far enough to leave the audience guessing. Because for me and Tim, someone who actually enjoyed this horrible film, to not even notice it means that it wasn't done well enough. It was done
I
as either
definitely
an
didn't notice
afterthought
that.
or as queer
The
baiting,
movie
as a
gives
way to be
them-
like, guess what? He was there kind of dykey. They danced together in one scene.
The movie gives them an explicit romantic entanglement. From the opening scenes, we see Daniela woken up by a kiss on the cheek from Carla. And as she gets out of bed, despite the overtly physical nature of their relationship throughout the film, with them spending time in each other's laps, embracing, and Carla brushing off a male dancer who seems enamored with Daniela, their partnership is not a big deal. Other characters do not comment on their relationship, and yeah, that's it. And
I'm
Carla refers to Daniela as mi amor, and they dance together.
okay,
That's
but
all
Girl,
stuff
Mia
that
Moore is
ladies
like-
just do to each other.
yeah, like calling you my love is like, I mean, I call you guys that all the
So you're
time.
saying they didn't take it far enough.
Correct.
Yeah, I agree with Meatball. I'm sick of that shit in movies. It's like, don't give us like a little kernel of what gay is. Like,
Yeah.
and it was so like, I want to see these women going down on each other. like
Yes.
Ashton Heights up.
Yeah. So okay. They're like, oh no, grandma's dead. And then she pops up from between her legs, wipes her mouth, and it's like, oh no. Like, you gotta really hand it to me.
Y'all
Yeah.
are being extra.
You're being not enough.
We said the whole reason that movie to me was a little bit floppy was that it wasn't adult enough.
Yeah.
Okay, I
It
agree
was
with
for
that.
the
We needed
masses, in my opinion.
a little more grit, a little more something like lesbian sex. I think some gay homosexual sex.
Okay.
All
I
right.
want to see that. I want to see John M. Chu direct a girl on girl sex scene.
Now he is directing a Marvel movie and then The Wicked.
That's absolutely correct, and that's something I very much wanted to talk to you about today, because I really am obsessed with him. I think he's like the best choice to do the Wicked movie. And I know I get how you feel about the In the Heights movie, but like visually, I mean, on stage, the show was like fine, but it was like just fine. Visually, I was like, my eyes are so amazed by this In the Heights movie. You guys didn't feel like visually it was cool?
I thought visually it was cool. I really loved the dancing on the side of the building thing.
I
know
You didn't like that?
I loved the Grandma Subway song when
That
she
I
was
love.
like $5 foot longs. That was my favorite part. I'm just kidding. She was in the subway. But I do I don't know. I mean, there were some instances, and like the big group numbers were really good. So that I'm excited to see like One Short Day in the Emerald City, because that's going to be a big dancing number like that.
It's gonna be all CGI. The Emerald City is gonna be this whole CGI world.
Yeah, but when they were CGI dancing on the side of the building, it was good CGI. And I think by the time that they make that movie, they're going to be, CGI will be top notch.
I just always pictured like Defying Gravity in my head being like kind of tacky and bad in the movie. Like I just picture Ariana Grande like with like wind blowing in her face, and it's like looks kind of lame. And then when I saw this movie, I was like, okay, now I think he's gonna make this look so cool. I hope.
Let me ask you a question about the green.
Yeah.
Do you think they're gonna go there with the green?
You mean to like her pussy?
They're gonna go there? Like
Is there gonna be like a bikini scene? So you're gonna like get out of the show, like in Popular when they do Popular, it's like a full makeover, and so they like the dolly shot like pushes into the powder room, and there's like steam everywhere, and we sort of see like Elphaba like slowly closing her towel, and it's like full green body. No, I mean, like, do you think she's gonna be like super green?
Yeah.
Dipper wants to see a green vagina on a green.
I think Wicked,
hole.
when they make the Wicked movie, it should be NC-17.
But
I agree with that 100%.
I think with that, I mean, I hope he takes some liberties with like the magic, because like in Popular, I don't want to sit there. Like the stage play is great because she's dancing around, she's like giving her stuff and doing stuff. I'd love to see her like do little spells on her, like use some CGI in that sense.
Oh, like in Harry Potter, when they can
yeah.
do like little witch spells.
Yeah, like that would be fun.
Okay, I'm here for that idea.
Although she doesn't really do spells unless she can read out of a book.
Oh, right, because she's like not good at it.
I think it's gonna be visually very stunning. Did you guys like Crazy Rich Asians?
I did. I love Crazy Rich Asians.
Amazing.
That looked really good. And
yes.
Did you ever?
I'm trying to remember it.
There was think like very bright montages, fun colors.
The colors. He's like so good with. Remember
I feel
when
like
she's like walking down the aisle and the
water.
It's like
It's
stunning.
beautiful.
But see, that film had a lot of story, like a lot more story than just like visual spectacle.
So your problem within the Heist was the story of the show, not necessarily like the direction of the movie.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know. Why? Do you have a direct line to him? Or are you going to like call him up and let him know?
Mr. Chill.
I literally would want to suck his butthole. I just think he's so good. I'm like, I have such low expectations.
He's gay like Daniela and Carla.
Yeah, he's gay in that he only hold hands and calls people mi amor. He doesn't participate in sex.
Y'all are trash.
He's gay. Daniela and Carla are no kink at Pride gays, and I'm not here
absolutely.
Also, why was that girl shimmying that entire movie? Is that what lesbians do? I was like, girl, one or two a scene. She just like,
she put a
they're like,
move.
grandma's dead. Shimmy, shimmy,
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. We have to save
It's
her.
hot out here. Shimmy, shimmy,
Hold
shimmy,
on.
shimmy.
Now, did you just easily identify her as a lesbian? So you're saying her shimmy showed you that she was gay?
No, I was saying, did she get the script and say like, I'm a gay person. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what gay.
This is
I
what we
must
do.
do a shimmy.
I must shake my shoulders violently.
Why was Valentina there?
I forgot about that.
And then did you
That was
remember?
random.
Why are we still talking about?
I know. Well, because like, okay, this is the last thing I want to say. Do you remember when she tried to get her sunglasses back, but her nails got in the way, and they left it in the
Yes.
movie?
It
She
was
like couldn't
slightly
grab them back.
clunky.
It was literally like.
I did not see that.
That's all I
Okay, we'll
could see.
we'll get away from the Wicked movie. Back to Little Mermaid. Are we excited? Are we excited?
I'm very excited. I
Sure, of
love Little
course.
Mermaid. Speaking of Little Mermaid, how do you think she's gonna sing "Part of Your World"? Is she gonna go
Diagonally?
like Jessica
Well-
Simpson on it? Remember Jessica Simpson's?
No. Did Trisha Paytas ever sing it?
No, I don't think. Well, probably. She's kind of a Disney nerd.
How did Jessica Simpson's go?
yeah.
I just remember. I don't really remember. I just remember it being like
Cool.
not good.
Cool.
So that's that. on that.
Yeah, Jessica's pretty much the definition of hit or miss. It's
Yeah.
either so good or you're like, what on earth?
I
is
think
hap-"
she opted down at the big
tracks.
part where she
That
like
tracks.
couldn't hit it, and so she was like, "Part of your world." Like she like switches into head voice, like because you know she doesn't have the range, although she used to.
She wanted to go where
she
the
was-
people were.
I want to be where the people. She's gonna slay it. Now, do you think Hallie and Chloe are gonna stop working together because it's too sexual and she's now a Disney star?
Too sexual.
Hallie and Chloe's music and their outfits and it's all
Oh.
very.
Chloe-
Miss Chloe is a grown-up woman.
Okay. If you queefy homos have never read her book, I highly recommend.
Oh, it's wild.
It is amazing. There's an entire chapter about 9/11.
What?
Jessica
Yeah.
Simpson gives her take on that.
And what is
also-
her take?
That it was very sad. She cries. She cries for like most of the book. There's also a chapter on the Challenger explosion. There's a chapter about how her dog.
Wait. Sorry.
She's very affected. She's
Is it
very
the
affected.
audio book? What do you mean she cries for most of the book?
It's the audiobook, and she's
Oh.
reading it. As you're reading it,
How are you
Tiffany,
reading
just
so
see her
much?
tears?
Your
Yeah,
tears
there's
fall
every
out.
page is stained with her tears.
There's
God.
also a chapter about how her small dog was taken from her yard and killed by a coyote. It's
What?
That happens in LA all the time. She makes shoes for big-footed women now. That's like how she makes her money now. She sold a
She
book
makes
in.
so much money on her businesses.
Yeah,
She
she's like
has
a
more money
business
than
genius.
Britney, Christina, any of those girls because of the fashion line.
Well, we'd never know how much money Britney actually had because her dad took it all.
Let's get into it.
Correct.
I
Let's get into
listened
it.
to the audio of her talking to the judge, which I think is illegal. I don't think that was supposed to be leaked. But she's mad. She's angry. And I thought she would be like a little stuttery or like not, I mean, the illusion of Britney that we've all been given is that she's like not very bright, but the way she like spoke was so direct and deliberate and she knew exactly what she was saying. And then she would say things like, I one time had a 104-degree fever and they forced me to perform in my Vegas show. And then there's like footage of her on stage being like, sorry, everybody, I have a 104-degree fever. I'm not feeling well. Like everything she says, there's like actual stuff to back it up. So it's like, finally, it's real. All the time. Like I always believed the Free Britney movement and I believed that the conservatorship was bad, but I didn't think it was like as bad as it was said to be. But mama, it's dark. It's dark over there.
Some dark ass shit. And that was, we're gonna say Dipper.
Oh, I'm just saying it was totally interesting. Like, definitely some of the clips I heard, she was like really, really specific. And then some of the other clips I heard, all I thought about was like, wow, you really weren't given an education because it, it like she wasn't effectively, it felt like she was trying to really communicate what was happening or has been happening to her, and it was almost like you could tell she wanted to like sort of say things in a clearer way but just didn't have the
She didn't have the
facilities to
words,
do
yeah.
so,
But they
because it's like
took her out of
she
school
never
when
went
she
to
was
high
yeah.
school. Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, she's sitting there trying to explain that they work her constantly, she's under other people's control, and that she wants to live her own life. And it was almost like that kind of thing of like, you know, when you get one moment to gasp for air when you're swimming, and it felt like this was her one moment to say everything. And she was like, I want to leave my own life. I want to have a baby. They made me do this. They made me sit in this chair. They made me change in front of, like, she was like, I have to say all of the crazy things that have happened because this is the only moment I'm getting.
That is so true, and the only safe space, because like
Yeah.
social media
Right.
isn't that.
And did
Like,
you even hear at the end of it? She was like, I wish I didn't have to hang up the phone with you because the moment we're done talking, everyone is going to swarm in because just me talking to you about this doesn't change anything. Everyone's going to swarm in and tell me I'm not allowed to do this and I can't post this and I got to go to this meeting or I got to go to my therapy session. And that's the crazy thing. You think that your therapist is the person there to help you, but they're actually employed by like the person who is stealing your life.
Right. It's like Handmaid's Tale when she like gets like 30 seconds
Woo.
to talk to like the people that could actually help her. And she's like, this is the shit that's really going down. It's so messed up. And I think like we don't see that side of Britney on social media when she like addresses the camera, and it's become like very much a joke, which is whatever. But I mean, what you guys said about the high school thing is so true. But then also it seems like this therapist or psychiatrist or whoever these have been in the pocket of these people, it seems to me like someone has been putting her on a lot of drugs that shit could really fuck with your brain chemistry. And then they're like using that as like, well, look, obviously like, she burned down her gym, like she needs me to be her conservator, she's not well. But it's like,
girl, fuck off. She had a candle going.
She had a candle. We've all.
I've
honey,
let
She had a candle going.
We've all
we've
burned
all
down a
burnt
gym.
it down. We've all burnt down a gym.
Yo,
LA
that's too
Fitness
much.
on El Centro. I'm so sorry about my hair straightener, but we've all.
But
burnt
honestly,
down a
the
gym.
amount of times I've left my stove on, just like
What?
cooking an empty pan, I should be dead.
What?
Yeah, I've smelled smoke and I went downstairs and I was like, oh, that's been on since this morning. It's like late noon.
What?
Oh my god! Speaking of
Wait,
smelling
you're
smoke,
telling me you never cook?
you don't cook, Dipper.
What?
Uh-oh.
You don't cook.
No, you froze. What did you say? Something about speaking of smelling smoke. Are you trying to get high?
Let's get high.
Hey everyone, it's a slumber party. Let's pass a doobie through the Zoom screen.
Did you ever smoke at slumber parties?
No, I think I was too young.
Yeah, I think I was too young to be doing that. We would steal a little bit of alcohol, but not enough to do anything.
I was a good kid, like classic gay story of like afraid of getting in trouble, so I never did anything bad. And then my parents transferred me to the public school from the Catholic school when I was 14. So freshman year, one of the really cool, really hot straight guys like took me under his wing and befriended me for some reason.
I love hot 14-year-old straight guys.
This is too much.
Just
Okay,
kidding.
keep going.
When we went to go see Harry Potter, and then he was like, "Do you wanna smoke some of this doobie?" And I was like, "Okay."
Did he
Like, I
use
didn't
the
know.
term doobie?
Absolutely, honey.
It was like Alaka
2003.
doobie.
Have this marijuana joint, and I was like, okay, I'll take a marijuana cigarette puff. And it was we of course got in trouble, and because of that I like never did anything bad again after that. But that was like my only experience was early on in high school, because I got in so much trouble. My mom was like, I'm so disappointed in you.
How did she know?
He told people in the school, and then someone's mom who's friends with my mom found out.
Oh, that's really shitty.
Yeah, it was lame.
See,
Girl.
I one time thought I was gonna get caught, but I think my mom, I smoked a ton of weed and went home early, and like my mom was like, "Is everything okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just didn't feel like hanging out with them tonight. Like it just got weird, so I left." and I was super high, and I went upstairs and vomited my brains out all over the game room upstairs. And my mom came up and she was like, "What is going on?" And I was like, "I chugged a Starbucks coffee too fast." And she was like, "That'll do it."
Oh my god. Yes, and then I projectile vomited all over a room inside of our
But
house.
she was like, "It
instead
doesn't
of
smell like
into the
alcohol."
toilet.
She was just like, "It smells like a bunch of like it smelled like coffee and tuna or something."
Coffee and tuna, not at Subway.
Gross.
I remember
Fine.
I feel like I have told you both this story, which means it must have been maybe last time I was on the show. But but I remember I was recently reminded on like a group text that I have with like high school friends that someone sent like a bunch of old photos they found, and they were like, "Where's that one from?" And it's like, "Oh, that's when we went to a cabin after prom." And I remember we got a knock on the door. It was the police. They came inside the house. We were all underage. There was tons of booze in the house. The officer's name was Officer Bliss, and they like kept, they were like, "Listen, we don't condone underage drinking, but we understand. We were in the state of Wisconsin."
A bunch
And
of white people, I'm sure.
it wasn't a bunch of white people, but it was majority white people. And so, the people who were doing the talking to the police were mostly the white kids. And before the cops came in the house, which I can't believe we actually let them come in the house. We just like allowed them to.
Right.
Yeah. We hid all the booze in the bathroom. And I remember we were all in the living room just sort of sitting there like, and my friend Rachel was like, "Excuse me, I need to use the bathroom. Can I go in there?" And I think the cop said something like, "Don't flush anything." But she walked in there and immediately knocked into the bottles of booze and was like, clank, 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 the moment she walked in the bathroom. And then one of the other officers looked in the trash can and saw all of this like tobacco. Because my other friend was getting ready to roll a blunt, and so he'd emptied out a cigar, and that officer was like, "Where's the marijuana?" And we were all like, "What are you talking about?" And he was like, "Where's the weed?" And we were like, "What do you mean?" And they were like, "Well, obviously you're about to roll a blunt. Like, what's going on?" And my friend, this is what he said. "Oh yeah. Well, we thought we had it, but then we didn't have it."
Oh,
That's pretty good.
That's good.
And he
That's
kept
smart.
repeating it, and the cop was repeating it back to him. It was like, "You thought you had it, but then you didn't have it." And he was like, "Yeah, we thought we had it, but we didn't have it." And so
I
that
love
became our
that.
excuse for everything. Like, "Where's that $20 you owe me?" "Oh, I thought I had it, but I don't have it."
But I
That's
didn't have it.
funny.
Where's
Yeah.
the video footage of these two Latinx lesbians going down on each other? "Oh, we thought we had it, but we didn't have it."
Wow. That's what Mr. Director Chu said.
That's what he said.
Wait, I just had a flashback of a memory where one time my friend was having like a house party, and it was supposed to be all night, and we were going to be there. Basically, it was going to be a slumber party, but there was a ton of alcohol. We were all underage. We were hanging out on the trampoline in the back. There was about 12 of us that started it. And then by the end of the night, everyone had invited like 5 friends. So it was like 60 or 70 people in this backyard. The parents weren't supposed to be home for the next day, like the next day at night. They came home a day early. She comes through the back, scaring everybody, saying she's gonna call the cops, all this shit. She's like, "Who the fuck are these people? Where's Daniela? Where's her lesbian lover?" No, she was just like, "Where's everybody? Where's my daughter?" Da, 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 da. So we all funnel in through the house because we were like afraid she was gonna grab us, and no one could open the front door because it had one of those stupid little latches that I don't know how to describe it. It's like flat, and you like flip it over and it like locks down.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's like a safety lock. Like it's not a handheld lock. So we were all like fucking with that, trying to get it, and we couldn't get it up because it was like stuck. It was like glued to the door. So then people started running up the stairs and jumping out of the front window.
Oh, fuck. Not that.
Yeah, and then I like finally got the thing done and we started running, but then there was police coming down the street. It was just insane. So I just kind of stopped going to house parties after that because I was like, that's too much. I don't ever want to have to deal with that.
Yeah, girl, the kids are too wild.
It's too much. Also, it was Texas, and I was just like, these cops, I don't know what's gonna happen. They're nasty down here.
For real.
No.
Did you ever get arrested?
I've never been arrested. No. Have you guys been arrested?
Yeah.
Meatball has.
Yeah. When did you get arrested?
I got
Meatball?
arrested in New York because I moved there from Texas where you can drink outside. And I was at the Blarney Stone on 48th or something where they served underage. And I went
I
outside
love
with
that
my
name.
cocktail, and a police officer walking around Times Square, which they often do, was like, "Sir, you can't have that out here." And I was like, "Don't tell me what to do." And then he went to reach for my drink, and I slapped his hand. So they arrested me for assaulting an officer
Girl.
Assaulting an officer
because
for
I
some
said, "Don't touch my drink."
girl. I isn't it so fucking stupid that like we're talking about all these things that are not even illegal anymore? Like marijuana's not illegal. You can now
Right.
drink outside most places in LA. You can take, maybe they're changing it back now because COVID's over, but
Yeah,
during COVID you were allowed to have an open container in New York too.
Just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
it was a free for all.
Free for all, honey. Now that the world's reopening, what are you guys excited to do?
Travel again. I'm excited to go back to the UK. I'm excited to walk more. I'm excited to lose this weight. I'm excited for some fun.
Some
You want to
fun
power
things.
walk, Meatball? Maybe that could be a new fun thing that we do. Get
We
some
power walk together.
get some swishy sweatsuits and a little hand weights.
Okay,
And,
that's
I forgot my hand weights at home, so I'll just use a couple canned goods.
A couple of
Okay.
White
A couple
Claws.
canned goods. A couple White Claws. Michael
Couple
Henry and I have been
LaCroix.
power walking throughout the pandemic. We're like two little
I
Long Island
heard
ladies. We
you
go
were
Do
on
you
little
have
little
calloused
coffee dates.
thighs?
Yeah, extremely. I have MRSA all over my thighs.
Not
Ah!
MRSA. Not
Cuts,
MRSA. I didn't
open
say
cuts.
infected. I just said callous. Jesus Christ.
I did get MRSA during the pandemic. It was
Wait,
sad. It was
where?
hard.
Where?
On my leg. I went for a hike and something bit me, and I got the
Wait,
MRSA.
that's not. Is that how you get MRSA? MRSA is a flesh-eating bacteria.
Well, what happens is what they told me was something probably bit you on your hike, and then the open like sore got infected, and then that turned into MRSA.
So what they do? They have to like cut it off.
They cut my leg off.
Oh, so you got one leg. You got one leg.
So like they just give you antibiotics, and it really hurts though. Like I could not walk for a full 2 weeks.
Because you had like a wooden leg now, or
Yeah, because of my wooden leg. Yeah,
it's because of the
You had to
crutches?
relearn how to tap and everything.
but they're gonna see me for the Little Mermaid.
Did you?
movie
Are you
'cause they
nub
need
fucking now?
pirates.
Sorry, what's that?
And
In
my
the-
leg-
Hub fucking.
yeah, are you nub fucking with your MRSA leg?
People
Yeah,
come
I
on this
nub fuck all
podcast
day.
to have like serious conversations about their time on Broadway, and we're asking about nub fucking.
What
I
more would
love
you
it.
expect?
Yeah, this is why I wanted you
Nubbing.
guys on. I was like, I don't need to hear any more
Okay, good.
Broadway backstage stories. I need these fun gays talking about nub fucking.
Nub fucking. Yeah, I don't know. I had a busy weekend. I traveled. I did a bunch of stuff. I was just talking to a friend of mine. I was like, you know what? Meatball, actually, I've quoted this piece of advice that Meatball has said like a month ago, and I've actually been standing by it. And Meatball, I don't know if you knew that this had so much impact, but you
What?
basically reiterated probably something you heard somewhere else. But you said the same science that we all were so adamantly listening to stay home and wear a mask and be safe is the same science that is telling us you're fully vaxxed, Diva, do what you were doing before.
Mhm.
And I just keep reminding myself of that. I'm like, I'll wear a mask everywhere they ask me to, but at this point, honestly, it's like everything is open. So to me, it's more about motivating myself to get off the couch, motivating myself to get over the social anxiety, and making enough time in my day. Like I already have a schedule so full of shit, so making enough time to be like, oh, you should go to the park, you should go out to dinner, you should go to and socialize.
Yeah, I'm very excited to. Well, I did say that, and I made it up myself. Thank you. I am actually excited to just start gigging again. Like this weekend, starting Friday, I have a show Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. Like
Brag.
or Sunday, do it all day, and then next week I'm back at it. I'm going to San Francisco. I got like shows. I'm so excited just to be like working again because for so long I wasn't, and I didn't realize that it was. Like I do enjoy it. I think for a while I got tired of it, and then after not doing it for literally 16 months, I miss it, and I'm excited to be back at like sewing my new costumes and like getting ready to do shows. And I don't know, I'm very excited for the show I have on Saturday. It's at Akbar, and it's gonna be, I'm like performing on the stairs, so I have like a bunch of, when does this come out, before or after that?
Wednesday. So after.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I
How
have
was
like
your show at Akbar?
it was great. My show at Akbar was great. I'm doing a million because it's just on the stairs. So I bought 120 rainbow balloons and like a bunch of beach balls, and I've made a huge pride flag because it's for Grinder, and it's like they're recording it. So it's just gags on gags, 3 costume reveals, throwing things over. It's just gonna be like really fun, and it's just
I'm gonna
my
come.
way
I'm
to
gonna
like
come to
celebrate.
that.
Come, yes, it's 5 to 9, I think, and then after that it's Rhonda or Rhoda.
Ron.
I love Akbar. Obviously, I have to tell you, as
I know
listening
I'm
to
going tonight.
we got to get to the Akbar. I was listening to your most recent episode of Sloppy Seconds. You guys are not going to like this. I have never in my life been to Precinct.
How?
Oh.
So you're not really gay?
I'm not really.
Who's that
gay.
man you live with?
He's just my live-in partner, and we work at a hair salon together. And us and Daphne Rubin Vega kind of walk around town and pretend to be gay.
He's the one who did Valentina's nails too long, so she couldn't grab the
So
sunglasses.
she couldn't grab those sunglasses, girl.
Precinct is great. You should go down to Precinct.
It's really fun.
Yeah, I need to go.
It's
go.
like, it feels bigger now too, so it's like less crowded.
I'm gonna get into that gig. We have to do the final segment because the
Okay.
publicist keeps waving at me from the side. She's like,
You're getting the light
From Debbie, from Deborah,
from Debbie,
Deborah, your cat.
my cat Deborah. She's over here.
Deborah. The final segment is called "Wait, Let's Have Fun." I have to let you guys go, but thank you so much for doing this.
Thank
Oh,
you
did
for
our publicist
having
get
us.
at you or something?
Deb, stop. We know.
Deb, we're fine to be here.
And she keeps going, enough. Speaking of enough, there's a really bad song in the Heights the musical called Enough. The one character has a mom, not just a dad, the character that drops out of college. And it's literally a patter song where the mom just keeps coming out and going, enough, enough, enough. So it goes on for so long.
We didn't even get to talk about the song that they cut out of the Rent movie, the condom song.
How's the
Wait.
condom song go?
It's like hot, hot, red heat, sweat, set.
Was it bad for you? It was bad for me.
Bad
No.
for me. No.
And then I think it ends with, she's dead. Is that it? Did someone
It's
die
over.
during sex?
Over. She goes, it's over. It's over. It's
And-
over.
It's over.
Live in my house.
Oh my god, but the Live in My House reprise is the best song
Oh,
in
it's
Rent.
the Bob.
I'll
good.
be your
Be your
shelter.
It's such
Just
a good
pay
song.
me back with 1,000 kisses. No notes
Also,
were right.
It doesn't matter. The heart was there. The
Yeah,
vibe
you
was
had
there.
the feeling.
Meatball, I felt you so much on your pod this past week when you said you loved the Rent movie and that you saw it 3 times in theaters.
Yes, I was young.
Love the Rent movie. I'm such a Rent movie apologist. I love that they use the whole cast. I thought
Even
it
though
was
they
so
aged
fun.
out.
Even though they
Well,
aged out, I don't
Rosario
care.
Dawson took over for
Yeah, why
Daphne
didn't
Rubin
Daphne
Vega.
Rubin Vega do it?
Well, because she was
Uh,
getting ready to be a lesbian in the Heights.
It took her a full 10 years.
I think they wanted a bigger celebrity.
She's supposed to be 19.
Yeah, they're all supposed to be like in their
I
20s.
once was. No, she's supposed to be
Oh,
19,
too
right?
bad. She's 19.
No, but
yeah.
I mean the whole cast. All of them are supposed to be like 20-year-olds, and they're like, in that movie, they're all like 30 or
How about
40.
How about the teaser for the Tick Tick Boom movie? Did you see that?
No, I have
Yeah,
not
what,
seen that.
what do you think?
I
You're
think
the
it's
only
gonna be
person
good.
who's seen it.
do
You
too.
are the only person I've heard talking about it.
It's,
No, I think it's going to be good.
I've seen it too. Me,
Andrew
I think it's gonna be
Garfield?
really good.
Vanessa Hudgens.
No, not Venetia.
I know Venetia. Venetia is one of the last. Here's a brag. One of the last people I saw before the pandemic. She was in the coffee shop around the corner from me.
Brag. And then also she immediately went online and said,
A lot of people are gonna die.
People are gonna die.
So what? So what? I was like,
So what?
If I was a psychic and I just walked up to her and been like, "Don't go live in a few days."
hey, Venetia.
I think after that, and then after the what the world needs now. What was the song that they all sang? Imagine. Like every celebrity publicist like sent an email being like, "Hey, stay off the internet. Whatever you do,
they were like,
don't post a damn thing. Get off."
They were like,
live.
"Don't go live, but do start a podcast."
Yeah. Start a podcast that you will not be able to keep up with in a year and a half.
Release every 7 weeks. Where can the people find you on the internet?
Well, Meatball and I co-host a podcast called Sloppy Seconds, which comes out every Tuesday and Friday on the Forever Dog and Mom Network.
Yes.
And that was super fun. On Fridays, we interview amazing, fun, funny people. We like to say queer celebrities, but mostly it's just our friends and then some famous people sprinkled in. And on Tuesdays, we just chit chat. And we often listen to voicemails from our listeners describing really awful, embarrassing fuck experiences.
Yes.
It's so much fun. I love listening to it. It makes me laugh. I got to guest on it like last year, I guess. And it was had so much fun. Also, the Monet Exchange episode this past week was so fun.
Oh my God, isn't it so good?
It's so good.
Do you also love that Monet does this all the time because she has her podcast? She has a podcast with Bob, and I feel like they both talk at such a quick pace that they don't correct themselves when they misspeak. And Monet was telling a sex story about fisting someone, and she said, and I pulled my hand out and my pinky was gone. And we both
were like, wait, you lost your pinky
nail? Like she didn't even stutter stuff. She wasn't like, I think she said my pinky finger. What she thought she was saying was my pinky fingernail was gone, but she said, and my pinky finger was gone. Pause, stop, like didn't say anything. And Meatball and I were both like, your fingernail? And she was like, yes. And I realized she does that on her podcast all the time. And you as a listener just have to like know what she's actually saying, which is very, very funny to me.
You can also follow us on Instagram. Mine is Spiciest Meatball and Dipper's is Big Dipper Jelly.
Yes, Meatball is a better follow on Instagram, but I will occasionally bless you with
pictures of you brushing your teeth. What joy.
Shirtless photo of my hairy tetas.
The thirst traps, baby.
Yeah.
He knows what the people want.
I do be thirst trapping. You know how opposed to thirst trapping, I paid money. Did you know about that?
You got paid money for a thirst trap? Oh, for Mr. Well, we're not gonna.
Yeah, you better get that coin.
They offered me too. You're not. Special.
You just do it. It was so easy. They paid the coins.
What do I have to do? DM them? Please give me some money. The number of people who are DMing me Pride Instagram accounts that are like, we think you'd be amazing as a whatever, collaborate with our company. And I'm like, okay, what do I have to do? And then they're like, fill out this form. And then I do. And then they always respond, unfortunately, all the slots are filled with people with more followers.
Yeah, but now you're, like, and now you're on their stupid list. You're going to get emails for forever. Okay, here's the last thing I'm going to say about Pride shit, because Pride's almost over and I'm excited for that. How are so many companies so daft? They know what happens every year. They have their computers set to like change their logo to a rainbow thing on June 1st, but they wait until June 15th to ask you to host their Pride gig. And I'm like, we're in the middle of the month. Which is in 2 days. Why are you asking me 2 days beforehand? Oh, because you guys weren't planning on doing this? Oh, now you want me to do this digitally? Oh, you want me to drop my whole entire life? Fuck you. Okay, I'm ready for Pride to be over. And just to be doing working for gay people. I like working for gays. But if you're a straight person out there, I'm so fun to be around.
Pay me, please. Give me money, please.
Pay me.
Money, please. And you can follow me at TMurray06 on all platforms. And Michael Henry and I are doing our stand-up show together in New York City, July 12th. My first time back on stage, like Meatball was saying.
Wow.
Wow.
at Union Hall, and it's going to be super fun. July 12th.
Oh my God, I
Get your
love Union
tickets.
Hall.
I know, it's going to be such a blast. You guys, thank you so much for doing this. You're both
Thank
so fun.
you.
And I'm so glad that you came on. All right, bye, listener.